Good news, everybody. There's a new GatorCAM. Let me show you what's new really quickly here. So I added a tool bit tray so you can easily select your tool bits. Automatic tool change so you can have your machine change your tool bits if you have like a machine like that. But if you don't, then it will create separate files. So you can run one file, then manually change your tool bit. Run the next file, change your tool bit. Also, you can select and deselect additional shapes with control clicking now, and it'll automatically sort the cuts so it won't do anything dumb like cut out your wood before you do the engraving on the inside of the cutout piece, and it'll do some other ordering like it'll order operations to reduce tool bit changes either manually or automatic. It will do the cutouts last. Usually those are the deepest ones. It'll sort by the depth and do the deepest ones last. Also, it does the V-bit operations at the beginning because those are the most likely to fail in my experience. And you want to know up front if you're going to spend a long time cutting something out. Also, when you load SVGs, it'll ask you, do you want to clear the previous SVG? If you don't clear it, it can make selecting objects easier, or if you have two sets of SVGs you want to kind of merge together for an object. It also has more messages to show you when files were successfully saved. So let's go over and look at the new GatorCAM. So when it loads, you can do quick load project, and this is the default. Now notice I can click on a letter and I can control click other things to turn them on, or click again to turn them off. That's a new feature. Still, you have the ability to click everything at once. And so here's the new tool bit tray down here. So you notice in the operation, it tells you which bit it's using, and that refers to down here. You can also change the letter, the description, say 2T updates automatically. But also what's neat is that if you update this diameter here, everything gets updated. See that? Everything that used bit 2 got updated. I'll just put this one back for now. Okay. And let's see. Okay, so when we save the G code, it will automatically put the profile at the end, even if I did something dumb, did the cutout in the middle. Let's save it and watch. So we save it, go over to Kinematics, and reload the file. Now notice over here on the left in this Kinematics tool table, I matched the tools from my GatorCAM. So it's automatically using a 60-degree bit right here for the second tool and a cylindrical for the first. So, oh, what happened here? Why isn't anything carving on these letters over here? Well, what I did was I updated, see these bits. These should be V bits, and so I need to select all of them and select the bit. Now it automatically puts the correct V bit angle. See, if I select this one, it'll go to 180 because it's 180, but I want 60 on those V bits. So that's an easy way to keep your bits all in one location, and you can still right click over here to go to the speeds and feeds and the depths and the tab heights, and you select those independently of your bits because that's the way it should be. So that's what I did for this. So like, for example, if I wanted a slow feed, I could highlight this and apply it to whatever's selected over here. So if I hit apply, then it's selected. It will update the feed speed, but it did not update the diameter or the angle because that comes from the bit. Okay, so now let's save it again and watch how Kinematics responds. See, now you can see the cylindrical bit is in operation, and now it's cutting out the V bit. And then finally it does the profile, and it did the profile last because it knows to do the deepest operations last. Let's look at that. The profile is at -6, but It's not the deepest, but it is not a V-bit, so it still goes last. It's smart enough to know. Um, so, well, let's see, what else? We talked about the selection of items with control clicking, so you can do new things that you weren't able to do before. Select things easily, do grooving, profiling, and I think that's it. And I hope you enjoy this new version. That's a quick tour, and this is release 011U. So hope you guys enjoy. Talk to you later. Bye.